Next interview question: what is polymorphism, and also provide difference between interface and abstract class. Let's cover one by one. Polymorphism is based on a simple idea which means one thing, many forms. So think of it like this. Polymorphism means one interface, many implementations. In practice, it lets you write code that works with a base type, but at runtime, the correct subclass behavior executes. I have used this in React too. Think of a base component that renders differently based on props. In C hash, it's typically achieved through virtual or override methods or interfaces. So there are two types of polymorphism that needs to be known. One is called as compile time method overloading. So that means the two classes will have the same method name but different parameters. And then there is another thing called as runtime method overriding, which means the child class overrides the parent's method, like the shape example. So the parent class might define the shape in a different way. Maybe it defines the shape of a triangle, and the child class might override that particular shape method to display a rectangle instead of a triangular one. So this is about the runtime method overriding, and this is polymorphism. Now let's go back to the interface versus abstract class example. So you need to think about the comparison table of interface and abstract class. So interface is a contract, just a method signature, whereas abstract class is a partial blueprint. It can have real code. Interface does not have any method bodies in older C hash, whereas abstract class can have implemented methods. An interface, a class can implement many interfaces. For abstract class, a class can only extend one abstract class. Interface does not have a constructor. Abstract class can have a constructor. Interface cannot have a instance field. Abstract class can have fields. Now interface defines what something can do, and abstract class defines what something is. So if you want to just mention in an interview, you could say the key difference between an interface and an abstract class is the purpose. An interface is a contract. It says anything that implements me must do these things. And a class can implement multiple interfaces, whereas an abstract class is more of a base blueprint. It can have shared implementation, shared states, shared constructors, but you can only inherit from one. I would use an abstract class when there is shared behavior to reuse, and an interface when I want to define a capability across unrelated types. In a code base like ShareGate with chash.net, both are important. Interfaces are great for dependency injection and testability.